So far we have been discussing functions, one-to-one functions and some interesting counting. Let us explore more. We shall look at something called onto functions. What are onto functions? It is a function with the property that for all elements in the codomain, there exists an element in the domain such that A and B are related. It is a function with the property that for each element in the codomain there exists a preimage. For example, if you look at this function 1, 2, 3 on the domain and say ABC on the codomain, suppose we say 1 is mapped to this, 2 is mapped to this, 3 is mapped to this, then this is a function, but this is not onto. Onto says for each of them there should be a preimage, but for this element there is no preimage at all. So consider this function, say 1, 2, 3, and on this side you have AB. So we are mapping 1 to A and 2 to B, 3 also to B. So this one is a function, this one is also onto. So let's consider this. Suppose you have 1, 2, 3. On this side you have A, B, C, D. Since there should be a preimage for each of them and it's a function, so I cannot map both A and B to this. So let me do this. Now where do we map D? Because the definition says there should be a preimage for each of them. If you map D to 3, then 3 is having C and D in its image space, which is not a function at all. So D has to be mapped to one of this, but whether you map it to 3 or 2 or 1, you get to see that it's not a function at all. So this is not allowed, which means this is not a function at all. Therefore, if you are looking for onto functions and we say for each of them there should be a preimage, that implies that the cardinality of this must be at least the cardinality of codomain. So for onto functions, cardinality of A is at least the cardinality of B. Remember, for one-to-one functions, we told codomain must be more. Cardinality of codomain is at least the cardinality of this. You get to see that for each of them there should be a preimage, so this should have more elements. So things like this, for example 1, 2, 3, 4 and AB, you may map 1 and 2 to this, 3 and 4 to this. You may have more than one preimage for an element in codomain. That is acceptable as per the definition. But no element should be left out without a preimage. There is something called bijective functions. So what are bijective functions? Bijective functions are functions which are both one-to-one and onto. Functions that are both one-to-one and onto. One-to-one demands this check and onto functions demands this, which means for all bijective functions, cardinality of A is same as cardinality of B. Correct? Let's look at a couple of examples. Suppose you have 1, 2, 3. On this side you have say A, B, C, D. Now you can come up with a function. Yes, you can come up with one-to-one. This is also one-to-one. But is this onto? No, because this is not having pre-image at all. If you try mapping to any of this, then function property is violated. So this is not bijective at all. So now if you have something like 1, 2, 3, 4 and on this side it's AB, then what happens, you can do this, then it's a function, so this should have a map, this should have a map, so either you map it to this or you map it to this. Now this tells you it's a function, yes, and it's also 1 to 1, yes, no, it is not. You see that these two elements are same image, so it is not 1 to 1. And is this on to? Yes. And because it is not 1 to 1, it is not bijective. Now, if you carefully experiment, we get to see that for all 1 to 1 and on to functions or bijective functions, you need to have this condition that A and B must be same, and one can list many bijective functions on a set of size 3 to a set of size 3. Now the interesting question is, how many different bijective functions are there? On the similar line, how many different onto functions are there? We did counting, how to count the number of functions, and we also did a nice counting on how to count the number of one-to functions. So let's attempt to count the number of onto functions and number of bijective functions, which we shall see next. So let us count how many different onto functions are there. Let us build our counting process through examples. So consider the set A, which has got say 3 elements. Consider B, which has got this. Now when we count these functions, you see that in all of them there should be a pre-image for this, there should be a pre-image for this. Fine. And there should not be any function in which either this is not having a pre-image or this is not having a pre-image. So such a function is not taken into account as part of our counting. So the way we are going to do this counting is through a technique called principle of inclusion exclusion. Such a powerful proof technique, similar to mathematical induction, and it is applied in many places in mathematics. Okay, but in some form we have seen in our earlier classes. Consider these two sets A and B, and they have some intersection. This part is representing the intersection. So the way we count the set A union B, n of A union B represents number of elements in A union B. Okay. So we say that this one is precisely number of elements in A plus number of elements in B. So when we count this part is included, intersection is included. When we count B also, intersection is included, which means A intersection B is counted twice as part of our counting. If you look at this, we see that A intersection B is counted twice, but we should only count once. So what we do, we subtract 1 A intersection B. So this one is called inclusion, and as part of this counting, some subset is counted twice, so that has to be excluded. That's precisely what we have done. This technique can be applied to any number of sets. You can also look at it this way. You define appropriate set A, B, C, D and so on, and look at their intersection. Then you talk about n of A union B union C union D can be count using the technique pi. Yes. Now you scale this up. Let's look at A union B union C. So if you look at the underlying Venn diagram, so you will have A, B and C. Now when we do this counting, what happens? We count A, we count B, we count C. Now when we do this counting, A intersection B is counted twice, so we subtract once. In this, B intersection C is counted twice, so we subtract. In this, A intersection C is counted twice, so we subtract. Now what happens in the process? This part, A intersection B intersection C, is completely removed. A intersection B intersection C is counted once, twice, thrice. So 3 counting are happening as part of this. The same thing is happening as part of this, this and this. So in some sense it's like plus 3, minus 3, count of that is 0. It's completely removed as part of the counting. So add back A intersection B intersection C. So this one is called inclusion, this one is exclusion, this one is inclusion. So now in general you have k sets, you are interested in doing a counting like this, then you alternate between inclusion, exclusion, inclusion, exclusion, because in the process what happens, you remove one intersection and you realize that there is a set which is common to all of them that's completely removed, so you need to add back. Now when we do this, again some double counting can happen, which we need to subtract in the next step, and it goes. Now we are going to do this as part of our counting all functions. Let's look at a couple of examples and observe some patterns and then generalize and come up with the formula. So the way we are going to count this is like this. So all onto functions, counting this is equivalent to counting all functions minus non-onto functions. What are non-onto functions? It is a function, and in which if you look at the mapping, you find that there exists an element in codomain for which there is no pre-image. So non-onto functions, if you look at such functions, you see that suppose it's like this, then this is non-onto because A has no pre-image. Then there may be other functions also. So you have say 1, 2, 3, 4 and say A, B, C. May so happen that you are mapping all of them to this. These two are not having pre-images. So we want to count these functions and subtract that from this. Then you get to see that what is left is precisely functions that are onto. So consider A1, A2, so on up to AN, and this one is say B1, B2, so on up to BM. Since we are counting this, we know that domain must be at least the cardinality of codomain. So how many functions are there? Number of functions is cardinality of b to the power cardinality of a, which means cardinality of b is m and to the power n. So there are this many functions. From this we want to subtract non onto functions. So let's count non onto functions. What are they? So they are functions of this type. So functions in which b1 has no preimage, functions in which b2 has no preimage, so on up to bm has no preimage. And not just this, functions in which both b1 and b2, they both have no preimages. So, and similarly functions in which b1 and b3, they have no preimages. And not just this. So if you generalize this, the singleton set or one element is not having preimages, one element is not having a preimage, and two elements are not having, then 3, 4 and so on up to m minus 1 elements. It may not be the case that all of them are not having that, then it is not a function at all. So in the worst case, what can happen? You have a1 to an and all of them are mapping to say just b1 and b2 to bm, no preimage for any of this. So in the worst case, what can happen? M minus 1 elements have no preimages, and whereas only one element is having preimage. So now we need to count all such functions and bring it under the umbrella non onto functions and subtract that counting from the total number of functions. Fine, so that's precisely the idea. Let's count that.